Guys and gals and non-binary pals, welcome to potentially the last episode of Power Overdrive Wrestling. POW! That's right, you heard me right. That doesn't mean that the show's gonna end, we're just changing things up. Right next to me, of course, today is TW.
Good afternoon, everybody. When I heard first that this was the last episode of Power Overdrive Wrestling, my initial panic was to go out and sell my 67 Stingray so that I'd be able to afford rent for another couple of months, but then Mr. Powers continued. So don't you worry. Don't you do what I did. Don't go out there and do something crazy. Stick with us and you'll find out exactly what's going on.
Hello, Ramos, what's up?
Looks like, as ever, Johnny Mercury has something to say. We'll see what he has to say and if we're going to be thrilled to hear him say it, which is probably not.
Nobody's ever thrilled when Johnny Mercury takes the stage, I don't believe. Except for Johnny Mercury, of course, and he's always a fan of his own voice. Alright, yeah. So we are coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia today. Thank you all for tuning in. For those of you, if this is your first time, if this is, if you're enjoying yourself, which I very much hope that you will be, always make sure to give us a follow on the old Twitch, a like, a subscribe on the YouTube. There he is, Golden Guy himself, coming on down to the ring.
As ever, taking his time, showboating a little. As he does. Someday, I hope he crawls into that ring and the ring staff refuses to give him the microphone he asked for. Knowing them, they're always too frightened.
Today is not that day, though.
Most certainly is not.
Well. POW Universe, how are we doing today? It's, of course, lovely to see me again. Oh, you know, there's somebody back there, and of course you know who it is. Who do I ever have beef with? Scraps. Oh. Scraps O'Leary. I saw you back there. I saw you in catering. I saw you stuffing your face, getting your daily protein, your carbohydrates. But you should come out here because I've got a few things to talk to you about. You know, we've been doing this for a while, you and I. That's right. Some days you get a win. Some days I get a win. Some days we decide to be tag team partners for a week. And then you lay down for your big brother and get us a loss instead of the greatest tag team championship of all time. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Scraps? Now you're gonna come out here and look at me. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. It does sound like Scraps has heard what Johnny is saying.
It seems as though, since the moment we rang the bell here at POW, Scraps and Johnny have been going back and forth. I'm wondering if Scraps has got finishing this rivalry in his mind. We'll see what comes next.
Right, this has been a moment 4 months in the making now, as we come up on our 4th free preview here, just this upcoming Sunday.
What? What do you want? What does your ego-driven mind need me out here for? Why? Every single time you come out here, the only thing you can say is, oh, Scraps, I know. I am also my own biggest fan. I don't need another biggest fan in you. What do you want? Finish this.
Oh, Scraps, middlest brother of the crew. I intend to finish this, and I intend to finish you. You and me. We need one more match. We've been pretty even for a while. We even stood side by side for a moment there, and then you turned your back on me.
Do we need another match? Do we? Is that actually something that anybody wants to see? But you know what? See it or not, want to see it or not, fine. I'll give you one more match. But you take it on my terms. Other than that, it's take it or leave it. You hear me? My terms. And those terms are quite simple.
Oh, I hear you, scrappy boy. And it sounds like the POW universe hear you too. Sounds like they do want one more match. They want to see the Golden God and the Purple Nobody standing in the ring one more time against each other. So, let's hear the stipulations you have.
When you get in this ring with me, one last time, you're stuck in this ring with me. It's not roll in, roll out, it's not one pinfall, it's not one submission. You and me in this ring for half an hour. Iron Man. The person with the most pins, submissions at the end of the match wins. You know the rules.
Scraps, you want an entire half an hour with little old me? Most people have to pay for that. But you know what? You got it. Iron Man match. You, me, this Sunday at summer vacation. Most pinfalls in half an hour.
Done. It's simple. It's just that simple. And you know what? Summer vacation, great place to do it. Because I'm going to beat the crap out of you so fast, I'm going to use what's left of the show to actually go on vacation. Enjoy myself. Take my brothers to the amusement park. Because I'll need some, done whooping your ass. Oh, good Lord, man.
Yes, well, from the time that we've spent in here, we all know how much you love your brothers. Yes, you've got something to prove, that you don't need them, and that you don't need to lay down for them either, right? For once, you're gonna lose to me. You're gonna do it without them at ringside.
You know what? That's fine. Ban the rest of the crew. I'm fine with that. I beat you a half dozen times without their help. Do you remember how this started? Do you remember Johnny Mercury can't get a win? Huh? It's that simple. Alright? This is over. We finish it at summer vacation and it's done. You and me, forever, finished. Be there, or I know you're too scared to face me. Half an hour.
Strong words from both these men today. It looks like we've got ourselves set up an Iron Man match for summer vacation. That's coming up just this Sunday. That could potentially be our main event, ladies and gentlemen. Scraps and Mercury one last time. Half an hour in the ring. Nobody coming to either side. Just the two men. Half an hour in there with a referee counting every single pinfall.
This is going to be quite the match here at summer vacation. It's perhaps a little more serious of a match than we'd originally planned, but the two of them make their own plans. They've established that since day one here at POW, and we don't get to get in their way. So I am quite excited to see where that match goes come this Sunday night.
Why don't we get underway, heading towards our actual first match today? a bit of a technical time here. We got the show music running. Let's see if we can get a visual.
This Buffalo Wild Wings doesn't quite have the Wi-Fi that some of its others have had over the years, over the months, weeks. Remember, POW brought to you by your local Buffalo Wild Wings, in this case Atlanta, Georgia. We like them blazing just like they do.
Right, I will tell you, it is warm in Georgia. All right. Today we've got a tag team match to open us up after that long-winded promo from Scraps and Mercury. We've got a previously established tag team coming to the ring. We've got Usador, the Blue Wizard, champion of the Halls of Tarakist, and Jaden Drake, the English Dragon, teaming up once again, this time taking on two newcomers. The William Wulf and Ricardo Minor. You see how this goes. Looks to be quite the matchup. Both these teams have been doing extensive work, training. Couple big men on one side, couple of strong, swift individuals on the other.
Could definitely be the essence of power over speed or speed over power. Keep in mind that Drake and Usador have done this once before. So they might have a little bit more experience as an actual tag team. And in fact, it seems to me by their entrance there together, with the new announcement, the new Titantron, they've actually formed a legitimate tag team.
And the Dragon, Jaden Drake.
Entered themselves into the tag division, as it says here, is Might and Magic. An appropriate name.
Absolutely. Excited to see these two coming together, actually in the ring, interests together. A proper tag team. That's what we need more of here at POW.
We've seen this before here at POW. People like to joke, like to laugh, but that is how the Shark Party started, and they have had a lot of success here. But pardon me, I'm talking over an introduction.
They have. Now seeing the introduction of a newcomer.
And their opponent, first, from Havana, Cuba, weighing in at 296 pounds, Ricardo Minor.
Man who clearly knows his business.
Right. Coming to us all the way from Havana, Cuba. A man who is set to absolutely wreck Might and Magic today, it looks like. A very grim visage on his face, despite the makeup he's wearing. And honestly, at this point, I don't even know if it's makeup. We've had so many strange individuals coming through here. Who knows? Maybe that's just his face.
Powerful man is a newcomer here to POW. In his first match, as so many are, introduced in tag matches. I know over the last couple of weeks, you've seen a lot of new faces here at POW. Perhaps almost doubling the size of the roster. There's reason for that, reason we'll get to later tonight.
Ricardo taking quite a bit of time in the ring. Rivals Johnny Mercury's entrance. slightly. And now, speaking of interesting individuals coming to the ring,
And his partner, from parts unknown, weighing in at 305
Comes
pounds,
man William Wulf. Reminds me in an odd way of Chainsaw.
a little bit, yeah. They have not dissimilar attires.
Quite a bit more, I'd say quite a bit more hair than Chainsaw, and then there's quite a bit of hair, but Chainsaw's got a touch of that himself.
There's a lot more man there than Chainsaw, I would say. He's this guy, I would say, is probably 2.5 chainsaws.
I think that's the new POW measuring unit for size. It's one chainsaw.
Sometimes you gotta measure in chainsaws, sometimes you gotta measure in pork chops, you know? This man, no. Being interesting, they say that he's a werewolf. And well, yeah, there we go. He is, he's made a transformation in the ring, it would appear.
Oh my. Well, there goes all that extra hair.
He's definitely hairier than Chainsaw at this point, yes.
Good thing there's a dragon and a wizard on the other side of the ring to take care of it. And there may also be some sort of skeleton. I don't quite know. Oh my.
That's right, we do also measure in DPMs, DuPont mustaches, yes. That is a...
That's a very special measurement, though.
As a measurement of density, I believe.
Also keep in mind, pork chop is a measurement of heart. One pork chop might be worth 3 or 4 other competitors here at POW.
That is very true. While he may be small in size, he is big in heart.
He most certainly is. Usador having his way now with Mr. Wulf.
Oh, ref on the ground.
Anything goes here for just a moment. Something that looks like Usador and Drake will take advantage of.
Usador lifts the werewolf and throws him onto Jaden Drake into a gutbuster. Glove sweep from Wulf.
The werewolf is quite large.
He's a big boy. And from the look of things, also, I would say he's probably a good boy.
Drake trying to use his speed here as an advantage.
Oh!
And there it is. There it shows. Kick to the stomach. Kicks all around. Jaden Drake showing why he is the English Dragon.
A big series of combos there. Shoulder into the corner twice. Bringing the Wolfman to the ground. Big leg drop off the ropes there. And back in. Goes for the pin. And only gets a 1 count.
Only a 1 count.
Misses the drop kick. Wolf going for a neck breaker. Reversed by Drake. Decides to feed him the turnbuckle. Big hands on that wizard.
Might and Magic showing off here.
Ooh, big front flip, reverse DDT.
Come down to that experience that I talked about, the time working together. They may not have too much of it, but they've got more, far more than William Wulf and Ricardo Minor. Boot to the head from Wulf, a little separation there out of the corner. Trying to take Usador across the ring. There's a tag.
Seeing Ricardo in the ring for the very first time now.
Actually, he started the match, if you recall. But
Slowly, or very quickly found his way back outside.
indeed. There we are.
Not even a 1 count.
The pin here from Menor. And almost 2 on Usador.
This is the kick there. Big spin around Hurricanrana from the Wizard. They're going to bring Drake back in.
Menor using his strength advantage there to take Drake down to the ground.
And out a lariat like a bulldozer there.
And now he has something on his mind here. What are we waiting for?
A big power bomb. A pinning combo.
2. Drake out at 2. Good for Drake, he's out at 2. Usador made no move to get into the ring. Drake rolls out. Avoid Wulf's boots. Still not quick enough to... There he is. Sets himself out here. Hand strikes to the head. I don't know that it'll do any good without some perhaps silver knuckles. His hand strikes to the head, but he's going for him. Oh, misses the super kick. And gets clobbered outside the ring. A quick kick up. He's on his feet to meet Wulf as he comes out of the ring. Not that that did him any good.
Jaden Drake wearing a lot of gold here today. Not going to have quite the effect that it would if it were silver against the Wolfman. Big hammerlock behind the head.
Leaves his own side open for Wulf to deliver several right hands.
Back inside. William Wulf is heading up to the top rope.
Apparently a flying werewolf.
Something devastating in mind, it looks like. Big elbow from the top rope from the Wolfman. Staggering himself there in the process. Every man in the ring right now.
Usador makes a big slam from Menor.
Atomic drop from William Wulf. Sending Jaden Drake to the ground.
But Jaden Drake never quite out of it. Even when he seems to be completely dazed, he's always got a little something up his sleeve.
Usador licking his wounds on the outside after being side-slammed by Ricardo. Not going to be able to get in there to stop a pin attempt if it's going to happen right now.
Jawbreaker from Drake. Creates that little bit of separation he needs. Goes for that super kick.
Hits it.
But only a 2. We've seen that super kick a time or 2. Drake saying his prayers.
Putting Ricardo on the ground, giving Usador time to recover. The Wizard is now back in the corner, and so is Ricardo. The tag is made.
The double team again. My.
Side slam DDT combo there. That could be the end.
And indeed is. Might and Magic claimed their first victory as a tag team there this afternoon. Over Ricardo Menor and William Wulf covers here to POW.
drop kick from the big man, almost costing Usador the game there. Also, the big spin out power bomb. One thing you can say about Ricardo, he is a large, powerful man. Might and Magic may have won the match today, but they are going to have plenty of recovery to do after that.
But the chance to claim their first victory as a tag team can never be understated how important that is.
Here are your winners.
Good for them.
The Great War Crew and the Dragon, Jada, Draven.
Congratulations to these men. Excellent show today. Next up on the show, we've got a fatal four-way between four brand new wrestlers here at POW. This has been dubbed the Battle of the Blondes, as we have four blonde men all coming to the ring. Don't worry, you'll be able to tell the difference between them based on their facial hair patterns.
You've heard of the Hollywood Blondes. Well, here's the POW Blondes in a fatal four-way. Some interesting new faces here, including a fellow countryman of Guy Dupont, Pierre Saint-Pierre. Perhaps the wrestler I'm most intrigued to see in this fatal four-way matchup.
That should be interesting. It is unknown whether those two have worked together previously. As I'm going to assume that not all Frenchmen know each other.
I was going to say, France, quite a large country, so it's quite possibly, quite probable that they have not.
Making his way to the ring from London, England, weighing in at 198 pounds, Bill Oxley.
We have another English boy here in Bill Oxley coming to the ring. Here to show that that the English Dragon is not the only Englishman with talent here at POW.
It'll be interesting to see just what Gentleman Bill can bring to the ring here at POW. I've been a follower of his for some time as he's wrestled his way across Europe. I'm excited to see what he can do with such a large stage like POW. And I know you're worried about it becoming a crowded stage, but as I said, we have plans. Stick with us.
That's right. We continue to bring people in, all sorts of talent. We're going to make sure that they all have representation, all have time in the ring.
Here's the second of our four new competitors, POW Blondes. Never letting that one go.
And his opponent, first, from London, England, weighing in at 210 pounds, Kristof Caleb R.
Right, Kristof Kalibur, another Englishman. We've got quite a few from across the pond today. Never one to settle for only bringing in local talent. We scout all the way around the world to bring you the best wrestlers, the best entertainers to put into this ring.
Kalibur taking quite the different approach here from Oxley. No lights, no Focus on the face, everything covered. Bit of a mystery here.
And from Paris, France, weighing in
Welcome our
at
third competitor,
219 pounds,
Pierre Saint-Pierre.
Pierre the Saint-Pierre.
Right, this entire match, everyone here comes from Europe, actually. Not a single American in here. Happy to see some diversity. This competitor and neither the next are from England. Pierre, of course, being from France, and this gentleman coming up next, of course, Quinton Lynch. From Limerick, Ireland.
Weighing in at 205 pounds, the hooligan, Quinton.
The last of our 4 competitors here today in this fatal 4-way match is the Irishman Quinton Lynch. He's got quite a history across the pond as a brawler. Could serve him well here today in a crowded ring. I would not be surprised if he ends up on top this afternoon.
Right, Quinton Lynch, the largest cruiserweight you know, weighing in at just 205 pounds. But every bit of that he will put into every strike that he lays into an opponent.
We are the 4 competitors for this fatal 4-way match, the POW Blondes. All 4 new faces here in the second match of the afternoon. I hope you're all buckled in for what's sure to be a wild ride.
Of course, this is a traditional fatal 4-way, so there will only be one pinfall between all 4 of these competitors. Whoever gets the first one wins the match today.
Lynch and Saint-Pierre starting off quickly with a pair of slams there.
Big reversal there from Lynch up into a thrown suplex.
Pierre Saint-Pierre brutalizing Gentleman Bill Oxley.
Reverses that.
Reverse out of the...
Lands on his feet. Big slam from Lynch. Pierre outside now as Oxley continues to take his fury out, leaving Kalibur and Lynch in the ring to brutalize one another. Big side slam. Belly to back suplex from Kalibur there to Lynch.
Another reversal there from Gentleman Bill as Pierre Saint-Pierre had him up. No longer does. Ooh, drop kick into the apron. Perhaps Pierre Saint-Pierre going after that second hardest part of the ring intentionally.
Kalibur now tearing Quinton Lynch's arm and shoulder away from his back. Big elbows, big knees drop to the back after a series of kicks to the side and the head.
Here comes the other half for a fatal 4-way
Lynch now
back
happy
in.
to go take a rest on the outside down by the Spanish announce table. Ooh! Big
Gentleman
elbow
Bill.
drop misses.
But Gentleman Bill not able to dodge Kalibur strikes. He's trying to insert himself into that fight again.
A
Pays for
side
it.
suplex powerbomb into an arm submission there.
Kalibur breaks up quickly.
Pierre Saint-Pierre, the only man standing at the moment. Big snap suplex. Now decides to go after Lynch.
Out of the ring. Here.
He kicks out at one. Oxley landing a shooting star press right on the chest of Lynch.
There's an ankle lock from Pierre Saint-Pierre, middle of the ring, nowhere for Kalibur to go. Quinton Lynch comes to break up the submission. gets his hands on an Englishman, and he's ready to party.
Goes up to the top. Big tornado DDT to Oxley. Lynch going for the pin on that. Broken up by Pierre.
Here comes the Frenchman to break it up. Something the Irish will always say when it comes to the French and the British. Here comes the French to break it up. An interesting bit of European history throughout this match. I'm going to do it because it was my major in college all those many years ago.
There you are. Big knee lift from Saint-Pierre. For another arm lock.
And Quinton Lynch stole the win as I thought he might. Over gentleman Bill Oxley.
Right, Pierre Saint-Pierre and Kristof Kalibur, too busy dealing with each other in the corner, didn't pay attention, and Quinton Lynch stole the win. It's quite a successful debut for all four of these men. And Lynch coming out on top. Congratulations to the Irishman. Quite the showing there, stealing that win, being a little sneaky there while nobody else was paying attention. Hooks the leg, gets the 3 count.
Here's your winner, the Hooligan, Quinton.
Quite the reaction there from the crowd. Our Twitch chat seems to be in favor of Quinton Lynch winning there. The Buffalo Wild Wings, however, here, not so much a fan.
Well, you know, they always say that the live audience and the home audience have different minds, and just proving them right. A POW's third match this afternoon is another tag team match. It'll introduce 2 new competitors. It brings us Toxicity, the first ever POW women's tag team, against 2 new faces in our women's division. Skye Bear, who you see there in the back, will be one half. Well, I shouldn't step on their introductions. I apologize.
All right. Sometimes we get excited, we get ahead of ourselves. Yes, as we're waiting for them to come in, of course, we have 2 new faces here for Alien Lee to fall in love with, as per usual. Both these competitors have a rich history of beating ass all around the world, and they're here to show Toxicity exactly what they're made of. See if they can try and get a win together, or if they're going to be bickering back and forth. We'll see. Toxicity always ready to bring their A game.
On the way to the ring, Iron Lee and Sinister Fox.
The most powerful women's tag team in POW here, Toxicity, making their way to the ring. Wearing their iconic yellow and purple uniforms.
The last time we saw these 2, they were across from each other in our women's battle royal, briefcase full of guts. They wore their original gear, but it is, as it always has been with Toxicity, no harm, no foul. And here they are together again, the tag team once more.
First, from Atlanta, Jade Markiss A.
Now that I'm no longer stepping on introductions, the first of our 2 new faces is Jada Markiss. She's traveled around the world competing in both wrestling and in strong women competitions. And she is here to make her mark in POW on the biggest stage. We're very excited to have her. And she just wants havoc she can wreak.
And her partner from Charlotte, North Carolina, the Bear.
Not a lot of bears in North Carolina, but this one hails from there. We've got two competitors from this side of the pond in here today. Toxicity, of course, one half hailing from Denmark, the other from England.
Coming to the ring with quite a bit of speed, the young woman I introduced to you earlier, a little too early, Skye Bear, teaming today with Jada Markiss to see if they can make their debut, a victorious debut over Toxicity. Here we are. Let's ring the bell and find out.
Big spike Hurricanrana from Jada Markiss off the top. Oh, a little bit of toxicity towards Toxicity there. Goes for the big stomp, doesn't land it, but then kicks her in the face with a bit of a back step, just to insult the wrestler there. Aeon Lee in the wrong corner. There we go, making her way back to the center of the ring. Wrenching the knee of Jada Markiss.
One way and the other.
Pulling her all the way over to their side of the ring.
Can't win a match if you can't stand up.
Big left hand. Jada Markiss there.
Showing a little double team of their own here.
Double hip toss. And double kick. And after the elbow.
Skye gets her first chance here in POW ring. Arm drag there from Sinister. Little separation off the ropes.
Into a jumping DDT. Back to Toxicity's corner. Skye Bear trying to fight her way out.
But Sinister Fox coming out on top. Going back to the corner. Oh, once again. This time, taking Sinister all the way across the ring. Into a double team of her own. These two are able to cut Toxicity off so well.
Big slingshot into the corner there. Beautifully executed.
Jada gets Sinister up, no problems. As I said, has competed both in the wrestling ring and as a strong woman. And she's showing off every bit of that power here this afternoon. Brutal knee, right to the chest and chin.
Stumbling out of the corner there, Sinister Fox looked like she was going for some sort of tackle and tripped. It looks like she seems to be a little fatigued. I would be too if I was taking big hands from Jada Markiss like that. Another spike Hurricanrana.
Just to show that power does not necessarily mean no agility. Oh, there it is.
I believe a spike Hurricanrana of that form, specifically designed by one Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner. So that might actually be a Frankensteiner. Oh, big bump off of that.
But she's gonna get to her corner. Here comes Aeon Lee. into the hands of Jada Markiss, having no better luck than her companion.
Another disrespectful step over there from Markiss. This is it. Jada Markiss handily taking on both members of Toxicity here.
There's a little
arm drag from the ground. Gets out of the corner. Misses with the drop kick there. Jada Markiss grabbing the rope, stopping her momentum.
Seems that everything Toxicity tries.
And Lynch finally getting on top of there. There we go, hitting a big shooting star. Only able to get the 2 count.
But the fact that she got a 2, quite possibly a miracle there. Oh. I didn't know that anybody could get a 1 on Jada Markiss the way things are going. And there it is. That stare that knows you're in for something horrible.
Here we go. Looking for...
What about... No, not a stretch again.
Face smash. Nope. Aeon fighting out. Kicks out. Now that glam slam that we saw Jada Markiss perform, I've seen a variation of that where she hits it and then stretches them on the ground after she slams them. In this particular occasion, she went for a pin with it, but she can vary it up into a submission depending on how she's worked the legs and the back. A very versatile wrestler.
Knee to the head there from Skye. Gets her out of the deadlift, but back and forth here between the two of them. And Lee gets her back into that corner a second time. Goes for that flying forearm, but Skye dodges. Into that corner for a third time, and there's the tag.
Big elbow drop. Onto that backbreaker combo. Breaking up. Jada Markiss goes for a backbreaker again. Aeon Lee enters with an arm drag, taking Jada back outside the ring.
Out of the equation here for just a moment. Monkey flip out of the corner from Sinister Fox. And a second, the disorientation, perhaps the key she needs for the pin. Thinking about climbing, decides against it.
She has a bit of a brainworm today. Oh, into a small package.
Roll up. But only the 2 off the roll up. The most devastating maneuver in this business.
Big side slam.
Now Toxicity has found a little bit of consistency.
Once again going to the top. After they could get Jada out of the ring, they were able to take a little advantage. Another big flying elbow. That toxic elbow. Ref's been taken out.
Anything goes here for a moment.
Jada Markiss receiving a low blow from Sinister Fox there, and without a ref in the mix to call it, completely legal. Was a little short of that flying elbow. Perhaps Miss Bear is a little fatigued here as well. Big tornado DDT. Ref is back up. Aeon Lee there ready to break it up the pin. Sinister Fox working her way out of it before that is necessary, though. Oh! Goes for a bit of a reversal there, an up and over, answers with a big kick to the gut.
But Skye's got herself together enough for that jawbreaker. However, the fireman's carry. She's not quiet. Oh, nasty drop kick there. But only two. Toxicity's advantage, having Jada Markiss off the ring, is gone.
Drop kick to the back of the head of Skye Bear there. Skye fighting her way back out of the corner. Big DDT. Into a chin lock. Not sure if this is a wise maneuver this close to the ropes.
Nope, here's the wise maneuver. Maneuver, getting Jada Markiss.
Getting Jada Markiss in there is the best maneuver that they have in their arsenal right now. Goes for a stomp, misses. Sinister back in. It gets thrown immediately back over to the corner of Markiss and Bear.
It's a giant knee to her face.
Then a big boot to the chest.
Oh, and here it is again.
Another clam slam. A little fatigued from all the punishment that she's taken through the match. Wasn't able to go immediately into a pin. Sweeps the leg. Oh! Aeon Lee attacking the ref. Stopping the pin count.
She was coming in to break up the pin, but that was not the case.
Jada Markiss ducking under, hitting with a giant lariat of her own, picking Sinister Fox back up, putting her up in the torture rack. Stretching the back of Sinister Fox there. Sinister fighting out into an arm drag. Crucifix slam.
Back and forth there. Headbutt. Gets Jada up onto her feet. Oh, and here we might see it a third time.
It's more.
Oh, too close to the ropes.
Right on the rope, but
keeping.
Yep. Jada. Yeah, she pulled back there to make sure that there was no way for Sinister to reach for the ropes there, as she put her arm between her and the ropes.
They are. Jada Markiss and Skye Bear making their mark. Their debut match here at POW.
Kicking Sinister Fox out of the ring. Jada said, "This is my ring. You get out." The disdain that she is showing to Toxicity right now. The utter disregard. We've seen it throughout the match, how she kicked them in the face instead of laying an actual foot stomp or knee down. So much disrespect being shown here today by Jada Markiss. Coming up next, we've got another tag match. This one is a 6-woman tag match, a tornado-style match, which means there is no actual tagging happening. So we have two teams of women here. One led by Siren, the other led by Scarlett Blade. Both going to be entering into this match. All 6 women going after each other on 3 women teams. Whoever gets the first pin earns a win for that team. Aside from the leaders here, we have 2 newcomers on either side. And much like TW, I'm finding it very hard to not step on our announcers' toes before they're able to announce this. I'm just so excited for this match to happen. While we're waiting on it to start.
Well, I've been practically holding my own mouth shut instead of saying anything here, because I don't trust myself.
On top of being excited for this match, I'm also very excited about the announcement that I'm going to be making here at the end of the show today about the future of POW.
Introducing first, from wherever she wants, Crimson Blade.
Scarlett Blade rocking a bit of a new look today, no longer wearing that atrocious cape, and instead of having a full head mask, now just has a face mask, showing off that red chunk of hair she's sporting now. Hello, Tom from Starbucks. Nice of you to join us. Thanks for coming and hanging out, watching some POW. We appreciate having some new people in the crowd.
And from Perth, Western Australia, Tia White.
There's one of Scarlett Blade's 2 teammates for this afternoon's Tornado Tag Match.
Absolutely. This one hailing from Australia, from Perth.
Little Scarlett herself there in the hair. Practically taunting the crowd, daring them to say something about her. Absolutely love the attitude. Fierce competitors all here at POW.
Oh, absolutely, Tom. There's going to be carnage everywhere. All 6 of these women in the match.
From Newark, New
At
Jersey.
all times, big tornado match. There is going to be carnage. No one's going to be able to keep up with all of it. Myself and TW here, we're going to have quite a task ahead of us, calling everything.
It's going to get ugly, it's going to get sloppy, and I can't wait to see what happens. Here comes the other of Scarlett's 2 companions this afternoon, Rissa Page. As we've said, another new face here at POW. But again, one that we're quite happy to have, one that we're excited to be able to sign here. And as we've said, this whole show, we sign what we sign because we have plans. Tonight's announcement will let you in on exactly what those are. So stay tuned to the end of the show.
Absolutely. And remember, if you're enjoying what you see, if this is your first time here, or you've been in a couple times, haven't quite given us a follow yet, we always appreciate a follow. That means a lot to us. If you're later watching this on YouTube, make sure you give us a like. And we also appreciate subscribe.
And their opponent, first, from New York, Showtime.
Siren, of course, the captain of this second Tornado Tag Team today. Siren, a woman who made her very first showing after our very first free per view, and has been making quite a name for herself these last few months. We've got a very special opportunity ready for her coming up here at Summer Vacation this Sunday.
From Tokyo, Japan, the Prodigy.
Here come her tag team partners.
Tatsumaki, hailing all the way from Japan to come to POW and wrestle for us.
The greatest thing about POW, the mix of styles, the mix of performers, that we keep bringing in new ones every single day.
Absolutely. We barely go a week without adding someone new to the roster. It's become quite almost nearly unwieldy at times. But don't worry, we're making some changes very soon that are going to make it a little bit easier to handle.
Indeed, a bit difficult to book a single show every
And
week.
their partner,
Try and give everybody room
from
and
Austin,
time.
Texas,
Miss Vocative now on her way. One of our native Austinites from Texas. Values her skills as a dancer, which she's going to be bringing, of course, to the ring, with lots of movement, lots of agility to bring to this competition, as well as very sound strikes.
And with that, we have the last of our competitors here for this Tornado Tag match. There will be some madness in this ring. I can't wait to see what comes out of it with all six.
At this point, Tom, we're looking at about a 60-person roster between our men's and women's divisions. And here we go. Here comes the chaos. I hope that ref is able to stay out of the way. He's taking a couple of his fair bumps at this point.
Like Eve is faced off with Tanya, Siren with Scarlett, and Rissa with Tatsumaki.
All right. Of course, it's no surprise that the veterans going after one another first off.
Siren and Scarlett Blade competitors in that briefcase full of guts match a month ago.
Tatsumaki, though, accidentally taking out Scarlett there after trying to attempt a drop kick, or taking out Siren while attempting a drop kick to Scarlett. Big spinning Blue Thunder Bomb there. Going after the arm now, Scarlett Blade.
Tanya and Eve trading strike for strike down there in the low corner.
Siren
Finally taking
tearing the leg off of Rissa Page there.
Now, half our competitors outside of the ring now.
Big belly back suplex from Siren, now getting double teamed by Tatsumaki and Siren. Rissa Page coming in to try and stop this double teaming, going after Siren. At least gaining her attention, though taking some punishment for it. Big stretch there into a backbreaker from Siren. Tom, it is a very large roster. It has become a little unwieldy, a little difficult to fit everybody that needs attention, because we have a fantastic roster. wonderful workers here. A little much for just one show, you know, seeing that we can only put on about 6 or 7 shows, or 6 or 7 episodes, not episodes, matches in a single episode per week. Thank you, TW.
Showing off the strength there. Tanya up over her head in a gorilla press. Or just known around here at POW, the Minotaur press. Named after...
Oh, we've got a pin attempt there in the middle, broken up by Tatsumaki. Another pin attempt being attempted by Vocative there, broken up by Scarlett.
Honestly,
Rissa sending Vocative outside the ring.
You could probably tell me there's a half dozen pin attempts going on at any given point in time, and I'd agree with you.
It's true, there's so many limbs, so many bodies in the ring.
Scarlett Blade have Tatsumaki outnumbered in the ring. Although they've taken their fight outside now as well.
Big drop kick from Tanya Whitecliff to Tatsumaki.
Rissa and Vocative fighting at the top side of the ring there. Siren finally getting back to her feet, sliding in. Basement drop kick from Scarlett. Doesn't hit the target she was looking for.
Big belly to belly from Siren there. Tanya. Oh,
there's a pin.
Team Siren gets the win there. Siren making the big pin. Rissa Page goes to break up the pin a little late. Didn't quite break it up before the ref's 3 count.
So it will be Siren, Tatsumaki, and Vocative claiming the win here in this tornado tag match. As we said, a little bit of chaos never hurts here at POW and goes a long way.
Right, of course, with a finish like that, with someone thinking that they broke it up when they didn't. We've seen some timing issues previously with this referee that have resulted in rematches. I don't know so much a rematch is going to happen, but we may be seeing something down the line between Rissa Page and Siren there after that failed pin breakup. These 3 incredibly talented, strong, athletic women celebrating in the ring together, putting together this team, coming out here, putting on quite a show for the fans out there. Thank you all for sticking around for that one. That was an incredible match. We are going to take a small break here real quick. We will be back in the next 5 minutes or so. So stick with us. We'll be right back. Alright, back from that very quick break. TW, are you with me? Sounds like TW is still on his break. go. I hear some movement. TW, are you back?
Absolutely not.
Coming up next, while we wait for TW to get back to us, we're coming up on a women's match in our hardcore division. Diamond Firestone going to be taking on Eric Draven, the current women's hardcore champion. Not defending her title today, but always happy to get a fight in where she can.
Now it's funny because the temptation to say that I'm still gone. Clearly, I wasn't even gone the first time around.
I wasn't sure if you still needed time.
No, not at all. I was playing a bit of a gag there. And
oh, I see. Of course, recently, Erica Draven has called out Afzana, the Barbarian Queen, recently. A couple weeks ago. Haven't seen either one of those women since today. We got this set up between Diamond Firestone and Erica Draven. You never know when Afzana might rear her head, though. Speaking of which,
speaking of, there she is.
She is to wreck the hardcore queen as she enters the ring. Throws her against the steps and then gets out of there. Hopefully, that's not the biggest smack that Erica Draven's ever taken to the face.
Indeed not. She won our initial hardcore championship match of a tables match. And took several brutal slams against the table, but never went through one. Managed to claim
neck breaker
victory.
on the outside.
Up and over from Firestone.
Ref is counting. We are at a count of 2. This is not a hardcore match. This is just simply a match with our hardcore division.
And Firestone back into the ring. Count ceases.
This is actually a change of pace for Erica. She is used to having hardcore matches. Anything goes, weapons involved. So putting her in a regular singles match, throwing her off her game potentially a little bit here.
Might leave her at a bit of a disadvantage as she's come used to rely on some of the tactics she uses in her hardcore matches.
Going for a chin lock there. Nope. Firestone breaks out. Sent to the ropes. Draven answers with a big lariat. Now going after the knee. Firestone reverses.
Ooh! Innovative bit of offense there from Diamond Firestone, showing off her agility. Putting Draven in the corner, but you know what they say about a cornered hardcore champion? They fight only harder.
The POW special neck wrench.
First time we've seen it this afternoon. Oh, there it is.
Here we go.
Already.
Goes for the tombstone. Champion here a little fatigued. It looks like not quite ready to go for the pin.
Or not yet ready to go for the pin.
She's got something else left in the arsenal. Spins her around. There we go. The Raven Death Drop. Brings it to the center. A tombstone and a death drop. Enough to finish it? That's enough to do it. Erica Draven, your hardcore champion, coming out on top today. Not much of a surprise.
Proving no matter what Afzana does in advance of the match, Draven is more than ready to meet.
It's going to take a little more than slamming her head into the steps to stop the hardcore champ.
Here is your winner, Eric D. Ray Fan.
Excellent match, a very quick match here tonight. The champ making quick work. Diamond Firestone.
I'm also intrigued to see what Eric and Draven has in mind for Afzana. He's still clearly on some kind of collision course.
Absolutely they are. It wouldn't surprise me if the next time we see Afzana in the ring, we're going to see Miss Draven here lurking in the rafters, potentially. Who knows?
And now the main event. Out comes Cannonball Vegas, who is said something interesting last week. Called himself a monster hunter.
That he did. As he is in pursuit of Ironjaw, the Twitch champion, our world champion here, claiming that, you know, he has beaten Junk, Ironjaw's tag team partner. He says one monster is as good as another. If he can beat one monster, he can beat another. So we've decided we're going to put him through a gauntlet of monsters before he is able to finally take on Ironjaw again. We'll see what he does today against the vampire Toyotathon.
Toyotathon is not alone. He has a mentor here in POW. The Infernal one. That mentor will be out there. Let's see if Cannonball Vegas can overcome both of these monsters.
Making his way to the ring from Sin City, weighing in at 221 pounds, Cannonball Lewis.
There comes Cannonball Vegas. Remember, the very first Twitch POW World Champion. Lost his title to Logan Love. A briefcase full of guts. Love won the Battle Royal the month before. Earned that title opportunity. Love lost his title the very next night. Ironjaw in an open challenge match, or any show, beg pardon. Ironjaw in an open challenge match. There is no POW show on Monday nights.
Not yet.
Now. Now. Every time Cannonball comes to the ring, he comes to the ring with a lot of energy. Something he gets perhaps from a cannon, some might say.
Right, but we have no truck month here, Tom. We simply have Count Toyotathon.
And the Count is here to make himself known.
He's been known to slink his way to the ring. Looks like he'll be doing so again today. Flanked by none other than the Infernal one. Referred to by our audience today as the Big Red Tic Tac.
The city of Cincinnati had the Big Red Machine. The POW universe has the Big Red Tic Tac. I think I know which one of the two came out on top.
Perhaps one day we'll have a house show and put those two against each other.
And his opponent, accompanied by the
Count
Devil,
Toyotathon,
and from Transylvania,
who has defeated his
weighing
nemesis,
in
Happy
at
Honda Days, just to be here.
221 pounds,
POW.
County Troy O. Thunder.
Right, he had to beat his way through Happy Honda Days and Truck Month to get here.
Showing off a bit of his strange side as he crawls on hands and knees and boots, Here we are. Cannonball Vegas Monster Hunter takes on Vampire tonight. POW main event. Let's see if he can carry on his monster hunting ways.
The Vampire. The Vampire Count Toyotathon, of course, who has earned no love here at POW, as you hear resounding boos from the crowd as he crawls to the ring.
Crawling is not limited to just the floors. He crawls up the steps. Basking in what light he can, since he cannot go out by the light of day. Yet another rival for Johnny Mercury. Longest entrance title. Seems to hold here in POW. There it is.
Tom from Starbucks, thank you very much for the follow. We appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying yourself today. And here we go. Big kick to the gut as an opener from Vegas. That's for a back elbow.
Scoop slam. Cannonball knows he's got to come out quick, and here he has. Showing off why at one point, float over DDT. Why at one point he was the POW Twitch World Champion.
That's right. And he's on his way to try and earn that championship back. Right now, there's a vampire and a demon standing in his way.
He's ready to take them on. But also have a little fun doing it, because that's just Cannonball Vegas. Distracted by the Infernal one. Toyotathon back on his feet into a huge release suplex.
Reverses him into a DDT and into a big snap suplex into the ropes.
Looks like having the Infernal one certainly paid off so far for Toyotathon.
Working that arm and elbow, wrenching them.
Twisted up there.
It's a little hard to pick people up for those pop-up power bombs if he doesn't have any arm strength in those shoulders.
Vegas, though, hand to the gut, fighting his way out. Oh, nope, we won't see it here.
Toyotathon all the way out onto that packed concrete.
Vegas showing off his strength. Remember, he is not just a man who has strength. He's not just power. He's not just speed. He is a wonderful combination of both. A real five-tooled player, as they say. Lifting Toyotathon's leg and slamming his knee to the mat.
Back into his corner. Answers with a hamstring kick there. Picks the big man up for a big gut buster on the knees.
Corner to corner as Vegas send Toyotathon. Corner to corner again. Wearing down the legs, I suppose.
Wearing down the legs, wearing down his cardio. If you can't breathe, well, to be fair, I'm not sure how much cardio you can take out of a vampire who potentially doesn't breathe at all.
I'm about to say, does Toyotathon need to breathe? off the ropes.
Hangs him up.
there.
Looking for a big hanging DDT. Plants him squarely on the mat. Now going over to talk some shit with the Infernal one, it seems. Once again, distracted.
Once again, pays the price.
And outside the ring.
The Infernal one going for the grab there. That would have been a disqualification if he managed to hit it.
Looked as though the Infernal one, or Toyotathon, was distracted by something. And a third, there it was.
Cannonball Vegas, the Monster Slayer, has slain yet another.
Toyotathon strangely stopping in the middle of the ring while he was going out there ready to jump through the ropes. I couldn't see from where we are, but it's possible that Vegas held up the sign of the cross and stopped the vampire in his tracks.
Cannonball Vegas claims another victory on his ladder to jump. The Monster Hunter still alive, still intact, ready to fight another day. But, well, school year is done. The work has happened. We've given you the very last episode of Power Overdrive Wrestling. Though again, there's a little bit there to change. That announcement is coming next. But the time for play is about to happen. Remember, right around the corner on Sunday, now that the work is done and school is over, it's time for summer vacation.
That's right. This Sunday we have a fantastic show planned for you. A free per-view here Sunday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is going to be full of matches that you would never see here usually, but we're gonna throw things. We're gonna throw a spanner into the works, as it were. Excuse me for a second. TW, I'm going to let you take over talking here in the booth. I'm going to make my way down to the ring.
Yes, sir. That announcement needs to be made in the ring. I am more than happy to sit up here by myself. Now, keep in mind, my friends, that when Mr. Powers came to me many months ago and said, I have this idea. I wanted to start a new promotion, bring some of the greatest wrestling in the world here to Twitch, to show as many eyes as possible. I was immediately intrigued. And then he started naming names. And he named names like Florence Thunder, like Cherry Blossom and Father Ron and Bubba Chucker. And I said, these are great things to get started with. These are great names. And it'll be a good, solid, small roster. And we'll have ourselves plenty of time for everyone. And then Mr. Powers kept naming names. He named off more. He said, what about the Crew? And what about Siren? And what about Diamond Firestone, Scarlett Blade, Aeon Lee, Sinister Fox, and Monsters Among Men. He sold me on Jaden Drake and Usador, not as a tag team then, but just as singles competitors. The Infernal one and his proteges, Count Toyotathon and Morgana. The more names he named, I said, this is getting bigger and bigger. Can one show handle all of this? Mr. Power said no. Is going to explain what he means now by that no. And I cannot wait for all of you to understand just what is coming here on Power Overdrive Wrestling. Mr. Power is drinking in the adulation of the POW universe, something he is always a fan of doing. They're always a fan to see him. It's his microphone. He's a very loud man, but not quite loud enough. I'm going to let him talk. I hope you're all ready.
Power Overdrive Wrestling. Oh, it is good to have everyone here. I love, from the bottom of my heart, every single one of you. Thank you all for coming out, supporting this show. We have put a lot of heart into it. It has grown exponentially thanks to all of you, and we really appreciate every single one of you coming out here and watching our show. That being said, There's been a lot of talk today about how large the roster's gotten, how this is the last episode of POW. But that is not the end of Power Overdrive Wrestling. That's right, after summer vacation, we've got big plans. We shared with you a few weeks ago on Twitter a couple of images. One that said Power Slam, one that said Overdrive Unlimited, with simply tweeting out big plans ahead. That's right, we are going to be ending POW because POW is now the overall brand. We will be doing 2 shows. Monday nights, we will have Power Slam. Wednesday afternoons at 4 o'clock, we're going to have Overdrive Unlimited. 2 shows going on after summer vacation. The very first episode we're going to have after summer vacation, where our normal POW slot is going to be the first day of our draft. That's right. We're going to be having TW and a yet unnamed GM for the other show come out, and they are going to draft from our 60-person roster to both sides. That's right. We've got big things ahead of you. Big things for POW.
And there you have it, something that has been in the works practically from the beginning. We've made our name here. We've established a foothold as POW. And now we're going to bring you 2 shows a week, Power Slam and Overdrive Unlimited. And it's going to be an absolute blast. Both of them, week in, week out. We will still do our monthly, every 4-week free preview shows. Sometimes you will see 2 a month, as you did this month with Briefcase Full of Guts and Summer Vacation. And on those 2 shows, on those free preview shows, the brands can meet. But for now, the roster will split in half. Power Slam on Monday nights, Overdrive Unlimited on Wednesday afternoons. The 2 shall not meet, save once every 4 weeks.
That's right. We are so excited to be bringing you 2 shows a week now. It's something that we've been thinking about for a long time. We finally have people who are willing to help put on a second show, since sometimes scheduling has been the biggest thing keeping us from putting on a second show every week. With this expanding roster, we're going to be happy to be putting on not just 6 or 7 matches every week. Now we're going to be able to put on 12, 13, 14 matches every week, showcase all of the talent here at POW, as well as still have a monthly show where all of those big names meet up. Now, one more announcement that I have, and this is just for you guys at home, because I'm back up here in the booth. With a new show means we have room for new champions, right? So, not going to spoil anything quite yet, because there's going to be an announcement made at summer vacation. But somebody that you saw tonight, either in a match or in a promotion somewhere tonight, there's going to be a match for a brand new title. That's right, we're going to be showcasing it off at summer vacation this Sunday night, 9 p.m. Be there, find out what the new title is and who's going to be fighting for it. That's right. So thank you guys so much for coming out to the final episode of POW. We look forward to seeing you at the draft. We look forward to seeing you at summer vacation. We look forward to seeing you Mondays and Wednesdays now at Power Slam and Overdrive Unlimited. Thank you guys so much for coming out today. This is a big goodbye from me, Eric Powers.
And myself, TW. Please do not miss us this Sunday. Do not miss us next Monday or next Wednesday for the very first episode of Overdrive Unlimited.
That's right.
Everything coming to a head.
Absolutely. And until next time, stay powerful, y'all.
Farewell, and have a nice afternoon.